Yeah. It is 4/13/2026. Countdown 10 days to the NFL draft. What's cracking, all you Yinzies? Great to see you in the building. Ready to get this thing jumping. Menace to Yinz live on Monday night, man. You know how we get out. And we're going to have a great discussion, a great show this evening. Listen, if you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Check out the Know It Alls podcast channel. Y'all, we're about 300 subscribers away from 2K. You know what that does for us, and we appreciate every last one of you guys rocking with us. If you haven't become a Know It Alls member, I heard earlier they grabbed a new member over here on the channel. We're getting close to that number that we need to get for Know It Alls members nation. So we appreciate y'all. Make sure you know some, know a lot. I know the diabolical Tay Boy Fred said he wants to know all, so make sure you look at that membership for the show. And we appreciate all y'all rocking with us. Now, let's get the shenanigans out of the way. Let me introduce my special guest this evening, my boy B-Dirt from the Running Through the Jungle podcast, over there with Steel Curtain Network, does the Homies podcast show. What's cracking lacking, B-Dirt? What's up with you, man? Good to see you in the building.
What's going on, Big G? It's been a minute since we got to cut it up, since college football season's been over. So looking forward to this. Very interesting and near and dear to my heart with the subject matter on this one as well.
Oh, I figured that, man. You know, I mean, we're going to be clear now. And so you guys that don't know, right, I'm a Steeler fan and a Buckeye fan. B-Dirt is a Bengal fan and a Wolverine fan. Mm-hmm. It's problems, right? Yeah. But we have been totally supportive of each other, cordial to each other, and act like brothers. Look at the diabolical Claude Bishop in the chat already. Claude, don't start nothing today, Claude, because I'm charged up already, so I'm ready to go. But yeah, we've been cool with each other all along, man. Built a great friendship, treat each other a lot like brothers, man. Got each other's back in a lot of areas. So, like, we can talk football.
Been in the big house together, too.
It's been in a big house. So, listen, I was behind enemy lines, posted up and was cool. Didn't have a worry in the world. Was straight. So, I understand it, but when it's a rivalry, yeah, Felicia, I can't wait to see you either, man. And as the executive producers pulling down all the people, we appreciate all you guys over in the live chat. I can't wait to see some of you guys in person when I get to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's gonna be off the hook, man. I can't wait, man. And I seen what Claude said. Where'd that comment go?
He said, "Come back on coffee."
Get up out of here, Claude. I don't even drink caffeine, Claude. I don't even drink. I'm just ready for you. I'm just ready for you. And if you want to support the channel and you want to get your rant up, make sure you super chat us. It's always open. If you rant and you put up a super chat, it's guaranteed to be shown on the screen. And our members get a little special privilege too, so their comments go up too. But man, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. B-Dirt, man. 10 days to the draft.
Yeah.
Now let me be clear about this too. Let me be clear about this. There's Steeler fans out there, in my opinion, that don't understand the rivalry between the Bengals and the Steelers. They downplay it, right? I understand that the old school rivalry is the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Brownies versus the Steelers. I get that. That's the new Cleveland Browns that came back in 1999. The old Cleveland Browns is the Baltimore Ravens. But when you actually look at who's been giving us hell over the last 25 games, 30 games, it's the Bengals. The Bengals give us total hell. and it's been a problem. It's been a problem. I'm talking about pre-Joe Burrow, pre-T. Higgins, pre-Jamar Chase. It was problems.
The Red Rifle.
That's what I'm saying. The Red Rifle was killing us. Vontaze Burfict was killing us. Pac-Man Jones was killing us. TJ Houshmandzadeh was killing us. Ocho Cinco. I mean, listen, man, it's been diabolical. And so the problems is, I don't think people understand the intensity of the rival. Now, I understand that the Bengals haven't been able to accomplish what we accomplished. But, B, you talk to me about how you think and feel the rivalry is between the Bengals and the Steelers, man.
So it's interesting. I have a different perspective since I moved to Pittsburgh in 2011, right? That's being behind enemy lines.
Facts.
15 years.
Facts.
But it's one of those things, like, I get the rivalry between the Steelers and the Ravens kind of taking a front seat, if you would, because of the excellence of those two franchises has been, more sustained.
Mhm.
The Bengals are a little bit more of a roller coaster. The part that I don't understand, and you've mentioned it, I think the rivalry with Cleveland ends up taking second place to us instead of the Bengals because I think they're holding on to the fact that Cleveland fans are just kind of jackasses sometimes.
Facts.
The
Yeah.
French.
They're horrible.
But that's it. When you talk about the relevancy and what it means to the teams, and you start thinking about 2005, you know, the Kimu hitting out, taking part Carson Palmer out. You start thinking about Joey Porter coming on the field after the perfect hit and hitting Pac-Man's face. Like I was at that game, man. It was the worst I've ever seen fans act towards each other in my life anywhere. It was wild. It was in Cincinnati and crazy stuff. The following year, I actually went with Tate to the Steelers home opener against the Bengals. It was the second week of the season. And I wore a T-shirt that was black with big orange block letters, just said "Free Burfict" because he was on a 4-game suspension.
Yeah.
I took more photos that day with Steelers fans than I probably have ever taken in my life. Everybody giving me the bird and give me the business and stuff. It was fun, all in good fun. But yeah, it just I wish that rivalry would take over the Cleveland Browns rivalry. It's just got to be the attitude from Cleveland to Pittsburgh, and you know they're close. They're only a couple hours away, so that's how it be it. But yeah, man, I think it's a great rivalry. And AFC North football's rivalries with each other are great.
Right. The overall record is 71-42, and let's be clear, we beat the hell out of the Bengals for years in the 70s.
Oh yeah.
So it's been a lot closer than a lot of people understand these last several years.
Yeah, Big Ben had a great record in Ohio, both against Cleveland and against Cincinnati.
He's at the crib.
Yeah.
You know? So, but the rival, and it's the blood. It's the most, to me, now I know Baltimore can't stand us. I hate the Ratbirds too. But man, there's something about this thing, man, and because listen, I bet you we polled the live chat right now. I bet money the loss that burns our ass more than any loss last season was when we went to Cincinnati in that damn whiteout and Jamar Chase literally beat the living hell out of us. That probably burns more Steelers ass in this chat than any other Steelers that lost last season because we just saw him just destroy us and there was nothing we could do about it. They just throwing it to him. And it was with Joe Flacco. It wasn't even like it was with Joe Burrow. Joe Flacco lit us up like a Christmas tree and then ran around the end play at the end to beat us. Unbelievable. We wasn't supposed to lose that game, but I bet you we feel some kind of way. I bet money. I bet you if they polled the chat, they feel some kind of way. That's why they're over there talking crazy because I see them over there talking. They like, yeah, we can't stand. Claude, poor coach in my ass, they beat our ass. Let's be clear. They beat us, man. Poor coaches, they flat out beat us. And we feel some kind of way. I know I do. And B, I know you felt some kind of way beating us. You was like, yeah. I already know, Anthony. I already know. I know.
That's part of the other thing you talk about as far as the rivalry staying on the Bengals side of things. A lot of it is formed in the stability that the Steelers franchise has had versus the instability that the Bengals franchise had. I like beating y'all because I'm jealous of it sometimes. Like I don't even front. I think a lot of people won't say that, but 20 straight years without a losing season or whatever it is, 19 straight years, that's wild to me. That's absolutely wild. I don't know how to think about it. Just draft weekend for an example. This is when everybody's supposed to, have hope and be excited about what could be coming and who you're going to get. Bengals fans are always kind of like, oh man, I hope we don't screw this up. You know what I mean? Because we shit the bed a lot in the draft.
Yeah, I get it, bro. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get that that's part of the process. And we gun for each other. Even in the draft, like we take players that the other team likes and wants. It's like that with the diabolical Ratbirds. Now they want to be us for real.
Devin Bush is my favorite example of that.
Yeah,
being a Michigan guy, you guys traded up and jumped ahead of us and took him.
Yeah, because it's the rivalry. It's the rivalry, man. It's like you said, it's all AFC North teams. But listen, I'm telling you, I think, and this is just my opinion, B, and I'll get your reaction to it. We own Lamar Jackson. That's what I think. I think outside of that playoff loss where Derrick Henry just drove a truck through our defensive line for the whole damn defensive game, we own Lamar Jackson. But we don't own Joe Burrow. Yeah, we don't own Joe Burrow. We don't. Joe Burrow get hot and tear us up. And it's been that way since he stepped on board. And before that, the Red Rifle was killing us. And before that, Carson Palmer was killing us. So let's be clear. Like, y'all have always had a quarterback. Y'all have always, and you done always had some damn wide receivers. Hell, Chris Henry Jr. killed us. Shout out to Chris Henry Sr. Shout out to Chris Henry Jr., Ohio State Buckeye. We appreciate the deposit. We appreciate the deposit into the Buckeye Nation. But the issue is it's one of those rivalries that people don't recognize it be, and they don't see the intensity of it. I mean, I swear to God, every time I line up, I want to beat the hell out of the Bengals. I just don't want to beat y'all. I want to beat the hell out of y'all.
Yeah.
You know, because you beat us when we ain't supposed to lose to y'all, and y'all win. And y'all have always had a great offense, man.
And if you think about the past 20 years, I would say that's almost an MO of Tomlin's era. He would play down to certain teams. He would play up. You play great teams. You play tough. You beat a lot of people that you're probably not supposed to beat as well. But it's always somebody ends up getting you that shouldn't be in the ball game with you at all. Almost every year, it'll be interesting to see with the new regime if some of that changes, or was that a coaching thing, or was it him being too lax going into it? Because I don't see that as his demeanor. I don't see him being laxed. But it was something.
You're talking about Tomlin. You're talking about Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
But he was.
Demeanor, but he always got beat. Like there's a couple games a year that you guys would get beat. When you're like, you look up and be like, how the hell did the Raiders beat them? You know what I mean? Like, something stupid like that.
Yeah, but B, it was. And the Tomlin game was always underestimated when the Bengals came to town or when we went to Cincinnati. Yeah. Now, there's been times where, like, they just outplayed him. Like, Russell Wilson had probably one of his best games, if not his best game for the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Bengals, because he just kept dropping the ball over the middle, because y'all said defensively, we don't give a damn. You can screen us to death. We're not giving up. We're not giving up GP and them getting touchdowns. And I get it. But there's also been games where the Bengals, like I said, to Jamar Chase, and he did what he had 17 catches that game. It was ridiculous, right? And like people can say it was coaching. Man, it was just a mano-a-mano. Chase is whooping any defensive back's ass on the Pittsburgh Steelers team, and there's nothing you can do about it to stop it. There's absolutely nothing. Nothing. Because I heard people say, we should have double-teamed him. How? It was 1, 2, 3, ball gone. 1, 2, ball gone. 1, ball gone. You can't double-team that. My guy's better than yours, and he's going to beat you every single time. And that's why Steelers fans are, at least me, why I feel the way I feel.
That going down before halftime, they ran the same play on you guys like 4 straight.
Yo, you muted, B.
Yeah, they ran the same play 4 straight times.
Absolutely. Oh, that's the pound puppies. I got it. I get it. But yeah, absolutely, man. So I'm pointing this out. It's a rivalry. And I don't know if people really understand it, but I get it. I get it. And the issue is, part of it is also, too, that the one area that I can say wholeheartedly for Cincinnati, where Pittsburgh, we've struggled, is the consistent play you have a quarterback. Like I said, from Carson Palmer to the Red Rifle, now to Joe Burrow. Dog, y'all handle your business drafting quarterbacks, man.
I'll say this. Christine said earlier, I think Burrow is exceptional, and I feel the Bengals don't deserve him. It's funny. Christine has only seen me on the homies here for only a few times. But if you were to snoop behind enemy lines and watch some of the Running Through the Jungle crew, you would know that I have felt that way myself. I have labeled seasons Breaking Burrow 1, Breaking Burrow 2, Breaking Burrow 3. We got to do a better job. And I think last year, second half of the year, we finally saw an offensive line start having some cohesion and start playing like professionals. I'm not saying they're one of the top 10 offensive lines in the NFL, but we don't need them to be. We just need him to make sure that he doesn't get murdered every game.
Yeah. That's the key to your success, without a doubt. Now, B, well, you talked about it a little bit, okay? It's a new regime in Pittsburgh, right? Do you think, does as a Bengals fan, are you like, I better start paying attention to see how the new regime looks at this as far as a rival is concerned? Or do you think it's going to be the same old same that's happened every year? Because I think McCarthy looks at the Bengals and like, you know what? We're going to play solid defense, but we're going to score points because that's how you beat them. But I don't know if from a Bengals perspective, you think that, it's a new sheriff in town. We really got to prepare and get ready because this new regime might change everything in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
I'm interested to see what it looks like with McCarthy. Now, when you say that, right, I feel like the city of Pittsburgh really puts their stamp on their team. And I think that's always, since the 70s all the way through, that's why they play hard nose. That's why they're as we know people behind the scenes and NFL insiders that say, they go to all these different training camps, and the two that are totally different are Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Both of those hit. They hit, and they go out there to Latrobe and hit each other. So that's one of the things that I feel like is a big thing. As long as it's physical, it's still going to be there.
Peter, give me a second. Claude for the $5 super chat said, G, stop glazing the Bengals because real Steeler fan ain't worried about the Bengals. Claude, you lucky you dropped a super chat for that comment because you would go straight to the penalty box. Real Pittsburgh Steeler fans worry about everybody. Real Pittsburgh Steeler fan wants to beat the hell out of every team that they play, including the Bengals, including the Browns, including the Ravens, and whoever's on the damn schedule. That's the problem with some of the Yinz out there. They disrespect this team, and this team regularly kicks our ass. So as you over there talking about glazing, I'm saying what TI is, Claude. What it is you better put some respect on their name, or Jamar Chase will mess around and have 21 catches for 256 yards and 3 touchdowns. You better buckle his ass down, or you in trouble, Claude. And you might not want to hear it, but it's the God's honest truth. It's the truth, man. Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead with your comment, man.
But yeah, so the city does put its imprint on the team in Pittsburgh, and now you're getting coached by a Pittsburgh guy. So I think he's gonna lean into the physicality on offense, defense, both of it. So I expect him to use that 12 personnel. I expect him to run the ball more. I think that's part of the Rico Dowdle. That whole era, I think they wanted more of a bell cow back, and I think it's going to be good. But like I said, the rivalry is what it is. I always find it to be more of a rivalry for Bengals fans because of a lot of what the comments that you've seen here, right? With Claude not worried about the Bengals, Felicia looking at it like little brother. I know about little brother. Mike Hart said that shit about Michigan State. He was the first one to ever say it. We look at Michigan State like little brother. Now, all that said, do I get a little antsy when we play them? I sure do.
Because they can beat you.
I've seen that game too many times.
If they don't win no other game all year, they want to win that game. The same difference with the Bengals with us. If the Bengals go 2-15, they want the 2 W's to be against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's be clear. Let's be perfectly clear.
And now you got a whole new wrinkle to the rivalry. When you talk about Jamar Chase, I mean, last time I saw him play against the Steelers, he was spitting in somebody's face.
Facts.
Like, that ain't going away next year, Claude.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to say. That Cincinnati don't give no damn. They don't give no. They listen. They ready. They are ready. They don't care. And that's why I'm saying it's a rivalry. That's what I'm saying, because I understand the energy they bring into the table. They bring in full energy. We better wake the hell up. We better wake the hell up and be ready to play.
You know, after that disrespect, though, the Steelers are going to be after him.
Yeah,
trying to catch him across the middle for sure.
That's okay. But B, ain't that what goes around comes around? Ain't that what happened with the diabolical Antonio Brown? Now, I love him. He was a Steeler, but they let him come on across the middle and say, come on in here. Come on in here. We got something for you. Now, football ain't play. What's up, Arch Baby Doll? Good to see you, sweetie. Now, football ain't played the same way, but it is mano-a-mano, man. Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh has been known to have a defense. That's what we've hung our hat on. Mm-hmm. But the Bengals kill us all the time. They kill us all the time. And B, I'm gonna put it out there. I don't know if you ever heard my take on this. I've lit Kirby up like a Christmas tree by saying, yeah, we don't want to be cute like the Bengals and have all that money in the wide receiver room and the quarterback room. But that's what works for the Bengals. That's their identity. That ain't the Steelers' identity. The Steelers' identity, let's get rough, rugged, and raw. That's how we operate, man. So you have to respect when somebody else's identity is different, and we shouldn't be trying to be like the Cincinnati Bengals. We should be the Pittsburgh Steelers, be the Steelers.
Well, here's the other part. To me, as a fan and somebody who pays a little bit of attention to football and analyzes cap salaries and all that kind of stuff, to me, if the Bengals would have drafted better on the defensive side, then we probably would have put some of that money there. We probably would have let T. Higgins walk if we had somebody else in that same age area group, right? To me, put your money into your best young players and sew them up for 5 years.
Facts.
Or 5 years. You don't put money into somebody that's in their 30s and waste that money there. That's the reason why Trey Hendrickson walked. Now, Trey Hendrickson ended up getting what we offered him, which is hilarious to me. But the whole fact of the matter is if Dax Hill would have been as good at his position as T. Higgins is at his, Dax Hill probably would have got that contract. T. Higgins probably would have walked.
Yeah. But B, guess what we do in Pittsburgh? Hold on to dudes too long. Let them, they're going to be a legacy. And man, get the hell out of here. I'm trying to win. It's right. And that's been our issue. And then we get these old veterans off the damn Patrick Peterson, Darius Slay. What the hell are we doing? That's not how we play Steelers football. But I get it. You're correct. You get it. I get it.
Yeah, I think the last dynasty that kind of wrote the roadmap here now is the Patriots. They were always ahead of. I'd rather get away from a guy's contract a year or two early than have it for 2 or 3 years late. And it worked. It worked multiple times with them. So
the Kansas City Chiefs trying to do it now too. They clean the house and just develop a guy, let him walk. Okay, we're good. We're going to develop you later, but we ain't paying you all that bread, right? We got certain guys we hold on to. Everybody else is expendable. That's how you got to win in the National Football League. That all this legacy. I understand. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm gonna always tell the facts concerning my team, and sometimes that hurts us. But our identity is to be tough, rugged, raw, run the ball, play action pass, and play hella defense.
Yeah.
We're not, that's our identity.
I talked about with pass rush specifically, when you talk about, when you look at defensive linemen that rely on bend, getting around the edge, whether they're using force or speed, either way, when they rely on bend to get around the edge, those guys don't age well from 31 to 35. The guys that aged well at 31 to 35 were Bruce Smith, Reggie White, guys that were just fiercely brutes and went forward through you, not around you. When you got to rely on Ben, that's a lot of pressure on knees, elbows, Achilles, back, and all those things are suspect.
The guys that you mentioned, B, are guys that have superior upper body strength.
Yes.
That their primary move
body.
is correct. Their primary move is bull rushing.
Correct.
That's how they get home. So yeah, I get it. And that's why I'm tripping about, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Hayward,
right.
like those guys age better.
Yeah, because look how big. I don't know if any of the Yinz in the chat has ever seen before. Connor Hayward, Cameron Hayward, or Connor, whatever the hell one, it's one of the Hayward boys. It's humongous.
Cam Hayward.
I've stood right up next to him. He's humongous. Like his upper frame, he's as wide as he is tall. So that man is powerful, and that's how he gets home all the time. That's how he gets home, and that's why he ages well. But like you say, Ben, I'm not. But that's a whole nother conversation. All right, B, look. We're at the draft. Now, and I see the live chat. I see everybody keeps talking about Tomlin this and Tomlin. I get it. But this ain't got nothing to do with Mike Tomlin. This is the Steelers versus the Bengals. It don't matter who's there, who's playing quarterback, running back. It's the black and gold against the orange and black. It's whether you believe it or not. Now, you can say, well, Tomlin was the reason why. No, that's not it. The issue is they don't like us. And we, in a lot of ways, don't like them. That's how it's supposed to. That's why it's a rivalry. That's why it's a rivalry. Okay. All right, B. So this is what we came to talk about. A couple of things. The draft. Mm-hmm. Like I said, 10 days away. Okay. Y'all pick at 12. 10. Y'all pick at 12. 12. No, 10. 10. Y'all pick at 10. We pick at 21. Okay. What you think? Because see, I'm gonna tell you something, B. I think what you guys do at 10 has a direct effect on what we do at 21. I really swear to God. I believe. I believe what y'all do at 10 is going to affect us at 21. What y'all do at 10 and what the Ratbirds do at 14 is going to affect us at 21. So what are you targeting in Cincinnati? Because I know what we're targeting. So what are you targeting in Cincinnati?
So edge, safety, linebacker, defensive interior line. Mm-hmm. Those are top 4. Offensive guard would be right there for me. Mm-hmm. And those are the big keys to me.
So listen, we didn't even talk. We didn't even talk about this. 4 of the 5 positions you just said are positions of need in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
4 of the 5. The only one that we need that y'all don't need is wide receiver. That's why I'm trying to explain to people what they do at 10 is going to have an effect on what happens to us at 21. It's going to have an effect, right? So I know that there's certain players that the Bengals are looking to fall to them, right? Mm-hmm. So if you had a choice, what player would you want to fall to you at 10?
If magic wand, I pick one.
Mm-hmm. One guy.
Caleb Downs.
Facts. I know that's what. B, and listen, I'm going to tell you something. And the Yinz might not want to hear this. The Steelers are looking at trying to trade in front of y'all to get Caleb Downs. There's talks all in the wind. I've been in the Steelers streets like ain't no tomorrow for the last 72 to 84 hours. I've been out there. And there's talk in the wind that the Steelers love Caleb Downs, and they know if they want him, they got to go in front of Cincinnati at 10 to get him.
Now,
they know that.
I'll say this. I got 4 guys. I got Mount Rushmore. If any of these 4 fall to 10, I'm happy as a lark. It's going to change the way we draft the rest of the draft, depending on who it is. I know Tim is over here. He got 3 of mine. Sonny Styles is one of them. He ain't gonna be there.
Nope.
But you could see Bain drop. Could see Bain, especially with some recent news.
Yep.
Could see Bain drop possibly.
Oh, yeah, breaking news. Let me tell them, breaking news if they don't know. Bain was named in a vehicular homicide in 2024 that apparently the NFL teams have been aware of for a while. So, but there's multiple people, including Todd McShay, that has already said Bain's draft stock is going to drop based on this new now coming out to the public. NFL executives have been aware of it, but he was not charged, and there's no charges right now present. However, he was definitely part of, and one of the operators of the vehicles in the 2024 death.
There was there was a lawsuit that was settled, and the family issued a statement of the young lady who passed, that mistakes were made, and we wish Bane the best in his future and his career. So
absolutely, that was named.
But my fourth one, and this would be a game changer, would change everything I was getting ready to do probably. But Mansour Delane falls to 10, scoop his ass up.
I feel it.
I think if you got a chance at 10 to get a guy that might wear a gold jacket, snag him. I don't care where he's going to play. And at that point, I think he may be one of those guys.
All right, so I'm glad you brought up the subject of the gold jacket. B, you watch film. Maybe you might not be as tense as into it as I am, but you watch and you pay attention. And you're not just a Bengals fan, you're a football fan. I want to know what your evaluation is of Vega. Because I've said all along he's a gold jacket.
He's the best offensive lineman in the draft.
Say it one more time, B, so everybody in the chat can be perfectly clear. Say it one more time.
He's the best offensive lineman in the draft this year.
Regardless of position, regardless of
position.
Of tackle, he's what again, Peter? Say it one more time.
The best offensive lineman in the draft this year.
See, that's for all them diabolicals. Go ahead, B.
And he's a high character guy.
Facts.
He checks all the boxes, man.
Facts. Top pass protector, super anchor. B's 330 pounds, and he act like he about 265. He's 330 pounds. And B, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't be mad if the Bengals took Vega. Why would you not? You got Joe Burrow as your quarterback.
I mean, you can make a big argument for it because you got Dalton Reisner coming back on a 1-year rental plan at right guard. I mean, that's the only answer you got right now.
Yeah, I'm
no doubt. And no doubt.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying about. There's two guys that I know that the Bengals will go after, right? And listen, it's not. And I've had people say there's no way they're trading up for a guard. BS. BS. And Vegas generational. Go get him. Yeah. He's the best offensive lineman in this draft. He's better than Proctor. He's better than the kid from Miami. He's better than Fanu. He's better than Freeling. He's better than all of them. He's better than all of them.
I like the kid from Miami probably next, just because he got a little nasty in him. I like that.
Yeah,
but right tackle.
Yeah, right. I mean, which works. You always want to invest in tackle. I think you should. I think it's a crime when a general manager doesn't pick at least one offensive lineman every draft. I think that's a crime. Yeah. But
because those guys get hurt, you got to have depth. You got to have people pushing people. Like, we're behind the 8 ball with that right now.
Felicia, me and B Dirt didn't talk. He'll tell you we didn't talk. None of this stuff was talked about off script. This is like straight up just rapid fire questions. And he watches football and pays attention. He knows what time it is.
And Tim Lyons referenced somebody earlier that I have mocked to the Bengals in every draft I've done in the second round. That's Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech, who Luke Kuechly said is the best green dot linebacker in this draft, which is a huge comment with Styles coming out.
So check this out. That's another player that the Steelers is targeting. Yeah. That's another guy. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm talking about the rivalry. There's another player that Steelers brass love, and they would love to have brought on to the 53-man roster. And oh, by the way, the Cincinnati Bengals is targeting him. That's what I'm trying to. It's all the same. Go ahead, B.
When's your second pick? We picked 10 and we picked 41.
We picked 53. So once again, we got to wait for him to pass you to get a shot.
Or you could trade up because you got those extra third rounders.
That's correct. But see, that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to get to the people. They don't understand how much the Bengals actually impact. Because I get the Yinz. I get them talking about it's all about us. However, there's 31 other teams. And when a team knows they got to line up and play us twice. I'm going to get guys that they want because it's going to help us beat them. That's what this is all about. Mm-hmm. So all those diabolicals that the Bengals, you better pay attention. You better pay attention quickly, because they own the same stuff we own. They own the same stuff we own.
What do you think the likelihood of you guys moving up on one of these, at least one of the picks? Because you got a slew of picks.
Rounds 1 through 3B, we have to move up. But it depends on how the dominoes fall before pick 21. How the dominoes fall before, and if there's the guy that we want that's going to be there, then the move is to go up in the second round. If Vega's there or wide receiver is there at pick 21, then we get that guy. Say it's a wide receiver, then we know we got to go up in that top 10 picks of the second round and go get Pregon. We know we have to do that, you know, or because I don't think Rutledge even falls to us at 53. I don't believe it. Because I've said this publicly, B, and I don't know if you've heard me say this. There's a run, there's a position run. I think it's offensive tackle. I think old tackle is the run this year, right? And then the secondary run is the wide receivers. So the Steelers in those first two picks have to get interior offensive lineman, wide receiver. Best man on the board, they got to get him. At both times. They can't mess around and miss.
Yeah, I heard McShay said that he wouldn't be surprised if there were 6 or 7 offensive tackles taken
in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
12 in the first 2 rounds, gone. Like, and now you're scrambling. So we know that there are teams that are tackle needy. So that means that we got an opportunity to get an interior offensive lineman and a wide receiver.
I mean, if you're going to get Vega, you're going to have to move up because I don't think he'll be here for this team, but if he gets to 17, the Detroit Lions got to run up to the table.
Well, this is the thing. Detroit's guards are solid.
No, Detroit is left.
No, they're good. They drafted one 2 years ago.
They tried to bring what's-his-face back out of retirement, and he couldn't pass a physical.
Correct. That's correct. But trust me, Detroit cool. Detroit needs a right tackle. Taylor Decker is what their loss.
Right tackle is Penei Sewell, the best right tackle in the NFL.
Left tackle, Taylor Decker. They lost Taylor Decker. He's gone. And he hasn't signed. He's on the street. Like he hadn't signed back with nobody. He's not signed. So they need a tackle. They need now they might go after Vega. I'm not saying it's not past them, but Decker's out of there.
I mean, if you put Vega on the right side beside Penei Sewell, you forget about one side of your line.
I wish you could play that way in the National Football League. I wish you could. I wish you could play that way in the National Football League. I wish you could go one side. I wish you could, because that would be diabolical.
So Tyrone says the Lions will draft Fano. I don't think he'll be there.
At 17?
Yeah.
If the run happens, hell no. Ain't none of them going to be there. If the run happens, it's the kid from Miami, Rutledge. No, it's Freely. It's the kid from Miami, Freely, Fanu, Luma, the kid from Alabama, Proctor, and probably Miller. They're gone. First 17, 18 picks, they're gone. So there's 5. And then you would get the kid from Arizona State maybe late. There's 6. So yeah, the run is on. The run is on early, which, like I said, is going to have a big impact on what we do moving forward with the draft. Now, B, what is it going to be like as a Bengals fan to be at the draft in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Brutal.
Fact.
And I'm going to tell you where I'm first going to go with this is I'm going to zig instead of zag. Just the logistics of getting around Pittsburgh that weekend is going to be an absolute damn nightmare. So yeah, I mean, I got to jump on the T and ride a T from the South Hills to the North Shore with a gazillion people on it, I'm sure. Man, that's not it's something I'm not looking forward to. But yeah, I mean, every time I wear my stripes in Pittsburgh, it's the same thing. It's never and then this says something to the rivalry in Cleveland too. It's never like in Cleveland, people will throw shit at you. People will get like in your face, whatever. It's just a bunch of gums flapping in Pittsburgh. It's normally pretty good, clean, fun kind of, you know what I mean? Razzing.
So you going to the draft flared up?
Come on, man. I'm not going
you
down
representing?
there with nothing. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
I feel you. I feel you, man. I get it. I mean, that's fair to represent your squad, but to be a Bengal fan in Pittsburgh is not.
Rather, I'll be wearing my, running through the jungle logo, or I'll be wearing my, maybe a jersey. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet, but yeah, it'll be stripes for sure.
Okay, I feel it. I ain't mad at you. I feel it. Now, so saying all that, draft day. We know that most teams build their draft rounds 2, 3, 4. 70% of all rosters are 2, 3, and 4. Okay. How many picks do you guys got? 2, 3, and 4?
One in each.
Right. So we got 5.
We've got no 5th rounder and 2 6.
Okay. So you got to do damage.
Yep.
2, 3, 4. 3 picks. What you trying to do?
I really feel like we have to have, I'm not going to say starters right away, but 3 impact players right away out of the top, 4 rounds. And that's rough. That's hard. It's hard to do, man. You get 3 starters out of any draft and you're doing great.
Facts.
So these are,
I think the Steelers have to do that. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say the Steelers got to get 4.
Yeah, it's hard to do. But yeah, like I said, hey, listen, Jacob Rodriguez, don't jump up in front of us and take him. Give me him in the 2nd round. And then in the 3rd round, I think we're going to be able to find some, if we get a Caleb Downs or a Delane or whoever, I think then, in that 3rd round, I think there's some sleeper edge help because they can be rotational pieces, which that is an impact player for us at that point. They can put some pass rush on. But, listen, one of my boys from Michigan, Derek Moore. I mean, if he would fall in the 3rd round, I'd love him.
Yeah. Know it all says Rutledge is a guard. So I don't count him in that list, but there's plenty of tackles. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of tackles. Rutledge is a guard. So you saying you got to get several starters.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw a scenario at you. Plus, the Steelers don't need 4 starters. Yeah, they do.
3 impact players. It doesn't have to be a starter for edge. It has to be somebody who can add pass rush for us.
So this is what I'm gonna say about the 5 pick. Well, at 21-53, and we got 5 total between 21 and 99. Okay. The Steelers have to get a starting left guard. They have to get a Z wide receiver. There's X, Y, and Z. They got to get a Z because McCarthy plays the 11 personnel 74% of the snaps. Okay. I personally feel flat out they need a green dot middle linebacker. Now, they might try to run Patrick Queen there, but I think we need a green dot middle linebacker. And we're 1 injury away from needing a safety. Who's going to play? We're 1 injury away. We have the kid that we got from Chicago. We got Elliott, who's coming off an injury, and Ramsey. So that's 4 starters or 4 guys that's going to get a whole lot of tick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's why I said we got to hit 4 out of 1. We got to get those 4.
4,
and we need depth at the wide receiver position as well. So we possibly need 2 WRs. Possibly. That's just my thinking, right? So I'm going to throw a lineup. I'm going to throw an offensive team at you from the Pittsburgh Steelers. No, you guys are offensive led. So I'm going to throw a defensive starting lineup for us. And you tell me, would this actually be like, man, look, they cooking with gas. The Pittsburgh Steelers start out in 3-4. Left end, Harmon. Nose tackle, Bay, that's substituted by Coleon. Right, Hayward. Edge on the opposite Hayward, Highsmith. Edge on the opposite end, Watt, substituted by Herbig. In the middle, Peyton Wilson and Anthony Hill Jr. Safety, Brisker, Elliott. Nickel corner, Ramsey, when we go to the Nick. Dean at one corner, JPJ at the other. What does that do? How does that make the Cincinnati Bengals feel?
It's a good improvement over last year.
I added 2 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I added 2 pieces in the draft. That's all I did. I added Anthony Hill Jr. and Coleon because everybody else I named is already there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They're already there. So there's now offensively. I go offensive. I'm an 11. I got Pittman, DK Metcalf, and I got at my slot, give me Greg Bell out of Louisville. Okay, at my slot. Then at tight end, I can move or Washington. I go Cook, Vega, Frazier, McCormick, Fautano. Driftwood, Aaron Rodgers at the quarterback. And I got Dowdell, Warren, and Johnson at running back. What's that do to the Bengals defense?
Well, you don't have to do much to the Bengals defense as it stands right now.
I said Greg Bell, Chris Bell out of Louisville. That's my slot. With Chris Bell as my no, I'll take that back. Bernard is my slot, and my rotational wide receiver is Hurst. How about that, B? Giovanni Bernard is my slot, and my rotational wide receiver is Hurst.
I like Bell. I like Bell because there's a guy, he played what, 215, 220 last year?
220.
He reminds me of Debo.
Yeah, he does. I think he's going to play a little bit lighter because of the injury. I think he's going to play probably around 214 this year, 213. But, man, let me tell you, that kid's film is outstanding.
Yeah.
His film is
really
great.
Good after catch.
Oh, absolutely. He's a yak monster.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's strong enough to do what he does from a yak. But B, you see that offense that I just told you, I added Bell and Vega. That's all I added. Or I added Bernard. I added Bernard and Vega. So I added 2 on offense and 2 on defense, B. That's all I did. That's all I did. All I did was add it. So that's why I'm saying 4 out of the 5, we got to hit. That's why I'm telling Claude, we got to hit 4 out of the 5. Yeah, Tyrone, I'm with it. Vega in the first, Bernard in the second.
Didn't Willis get benched, or Peyton Willis got benched last year too?
You mean Peyton Wilson?
Wilson,
the linebacker?
Yeah, your linebacker.
Yeah. Well, they went to three linebackers, 3 inside linebacker sets a lot against certain teams, and then they started playing Wilson a little bit on the outside, and then they finally went back to Wilson and Queen on the inside. But I don't think either one of them are green dots, B.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of those guys are green dots. And I think they need a guy standing next to him. That's why I said Anthony Hill. Because if I turn those 5 picks into 4 picks, right? I trade up and get Hill. I sit and get Coleon. I get Giovanni Bernard at 53 and Vega at 21. I won the freaking draft. I got 4 guys that are going to start right now. Impact, start. Get them in there right now. And it changes. All we need is 4 guys to change the complexity of our team in Pittsburgh, B. That's all I'm saying. 4 dudes.
But, we've disagreed in prior years talking about offensive linemen starting right away and the NFL being different or whatever. I think Vega is a place where you can end that argument, though. I think he's impactful year 1.
Yeah. I've been on record to say that Vega is going to be I said, B-Dirt, would you give me a 4th for her big?
So what would you give me for her big?
Okay. What y'all giving up? Nothing. A 3rd.
I mean, it's crazy talk because it's not going to, no one's going to trade like that within the AFC North. But yeah, I think it's probably a 3rd.
Yeah. Nobody's giving Claude. I keep trying to school Claude on this too. I understand that Herbig has immense talent. I get it. But Nick Herbig has not been a full-time starter in the National Football League. He's got the best pass rush moves out of all of our edge rushers, but he hasn't been a full-time starter, and he gets beat up. So a team, yes, they might want an edge, but let's see how he looks as a full-time starter. And that's the issue with Herbig. That's
Don't you want to
anomaly.
keep that depth there too?
Hell
Because
yeah.
you got an aging TJ Watt. Even if he, stays healthy the whole year, you want to give him a little more rest than maybe you have in years past, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give him a little more spells.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Highsmith, you have Herbig. You rotate those guys around. I think
Claude.
it's good.
Penalty on the play. We ain't smoking ganja. Penalty on the play, man. Penalty on the play. Come on, Claude. Penalty on. Claude. He's not been a full-time starter. When you tell me when he's been a full-time starter, and then I'll be quiet. Nobody's giving up that draft capital for a guy that's never started 17 games. They're not doing it. Not when I can go get a guy that I know and that we paid for, and I'm getting him for cheap. To get Herbig, not only do you got to trade for him, you got to sign him to an extension. And he's going to want a lot of bread. He's not going to a team for a one-year rental. This is it. So if you trade for him, not only do you got to give up draft capital, you got to give him bread. He's never been a full-time starter. That's the issue, and that's the anomaly that the Steelers created, B. They created that by TJ Watt not doing what they needed to do with Watt. They created this mess. What Felicia said. Felicia said, hey, the Browns
traded Joe Flacco
to the Bengals beat her. So, yeah, they do, but that was diabolical. Go ahead, B. Say what you got to say.
It's just the Browns being the Browns.
Yeah.
That whole thing was just to get out of a situation with quarterbacks that the owner put them in.
And Tomlin was pissed it happened too, B.
Oh, yeah.
Tomlin was pissed. Sure. Yeah, because he knew. He knew what was going to happen. He knew. Yeah, he knew. So and guess what? It just like he predicted, it came to pass. The Joe Flacco lit them up like a Christmas tree. Lit them up. Had his best game all year.
Claude Bishop, no. Cody Ford is not good. He's terrible.
Facts.
But the good news is he can be terrible for you at guard or tackle. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, B, I know what take I want to get on you to, or talk to you about too. Okay. So in my mind in Pittsburgh, we have a couple of anomalies. The first anomaly is TJ Watt. The second anomaly is Aaron Rodgers. Like Driftwood just can't make up his mind.
Mm-hmm.
The third anomaly is Broderick Jones. Okay. What has he done? And B, me and you, like I said, we've not talked. I watched every run snap and every pass snap of Broderick Jones. And I watched every run snap and every pass snap of Cook. Cook's here, Broderick Jones is here. But they both need help. Broderick Jones gives up the inside position. His feet touches a lot, and he doesn't have good hand technique. Cook is raw. You can see that he can develop actually into a tackle. But he's just raw because he hadn't had that many starts. And when he got up against top-notch dudes, he didn't look like how we saw. Like when he played against Anderson and Hunter, no, that wasn't, because that's top-notch guys that just sat down and did film on him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So do you think that the Steelers will be smart to upgrade the left tackle? Because knowing that information I just told you, I'm telling you, Cook's here, Jones is there.
What's Jones going into his fourth year?
Yep, they got to sign him to extension now, or it's it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. If you want flexibility, it'd be worth at least maybe a late third or fourth round just to get somebody else in that mix. Mm-hmm. If you go up ahead of that, you're just telling Broderick Jones he's gone. If you get a tackle in the first 2 rounds, you're just telling him he's gone.
Yeah, this is Jones last year. So yeah, this is this is it. He's gone after this year. They haven't extended him. That's correct, Tyrone.
So they didn't pick up his 5th-year option?
No.
Yeah.
No. So, I mean, that's to me, that's already smoke signal saying he's out of there.
It's not
You
good.
know, no, hell no. For a first round
It's
draft
definitely
pick.
putting him on notice.
Yeah, and listen, B, I say this too. It's okay to admit that Omar Khan missed on Jones. Hell, a lot of us did in our evaluation. We thought he was raw. We saw the upside, but the issue is he never developed. That's what happened. And it's okay to go back and get a guy because you always want to upgrade it. B, I said this publicly. I got a short. I said that the reason why that the Bengals have struggled is because they haven't invested the money and the time and the talent in the offensive line in full throttle mode. Now, they've done better, but they just haven't. And when you got a top 3 quarterback and the number 1 wide receiver duo in the National Football League, that should be priority number 1. I said it. So I'm like, okay, the Steelers, like all these teams probably got invested in the line.
Fairchild last year before they took Amarius Mims. They'll probably take another offensive lineman this year. The following year, they'll probably take a left tackle because that'll be going into the final guaranteed year of the extension for Orlando Brown Jr.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they just haven't hit anything on defense. So every year they're drafting the same damn positions on defense, and then you get to a point where you're losing that draft capital that you need to have depth in offensive line. They just don't.
Yeah. Tyrone said, Big G, let me ask you, this new all-line coaches, can Jones be fixed? There's 2 new offensive line coaches. There's 2. One of them's an old school, like, got the big wad of chew in his mouth, spitting all over people and all whatever else, and one's a new school kid. Can I think Jones can be fixed? I give him maybe a 50% chance. Tyrone. Because in the National Football League, tendencies are everything. You got to remember, this is the top 1% of all guys in the world that can play football, right? And when you have tendencies that you do the same thing over and over again, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. It's hard to, because he's got tendencies. I think part of Jones's issue has been his upper body strength. I don't think he's strong at all. I think he hasn't hit the weight room at all. And you can see it in the development of his body. And his hands are lazy. Can you fix that? Yeah, I can fix it. Go sit your ass on the bench because you're not playing because you're getting my quarterback killed. That's how you fix it. Playing time and money is big-time motivators, ain't it, B? Yeah, playing time and money. So, yeah, it can be fixed like that. Go sit your ass on the bench. So and that's why I say upgrade. But, I don't know. I don't know. All right, B. Last question. Your 4 picks. Wave the magic wand. What's your 4 picks? Before you get there. Wave the magic wand. You get to pick the slot and the guy you're going to pick.
Oh, man. Do I get... Man, that's a tough one, G.
I know it's tough. That's why I asked you. Hard question. Off the cuff. You ain't got no time to prepare.
That's normally something where you let somebody have a little bit of a notice.
No. That's why we get out on Menace to Yinz. We get out like that on the Yinz.
How about this? How about I'm gonna surprise you here. I know I said Caleb Downs, but if you let me pick my 4 guys here.
4 guys at the slots that you're picking.
At the slots I'm picking. Okay.
That's
a good caveat.
4 guys at the slots you're picking. No trades, no nothing. You got 4 guys, and you get to pick them where they're at.
Let's go Bain.
Okay. Bain at 10.
Jacob Rodriguez.
At 41.
I don't think I can let him go to 4th. I don't know if I can get him in the 4th. I don't think I can.
Who?
Bud Clark.
So you got to get him in 3rd.
So probably Bud. I think Bud Clark lasts till 110.
Okay, sorry. So Bud Clark's your fourth. Who's your third?
So let me Derek Moore. Let's try and get Derek Moore to drop in the third.
Okay, so your 4 picks are Bain. Who's you got it? Rodriguez, Bud Clark, and Derek Moore. Derek Moore, Michigan.
Derek Moore, Bud Clark.
Okay, all right. B, here's my 5. My 5 picks.
And that's putting 2 people at edge, which I know
it's okay.
Controversial, but I think
you got to get after it. Y'all need it. Y'all, yeah. Here's my 5. Vega, Bernard, Anthony Hill, Hurst, and Coleon. There's my 5. Coleon, Hurst, Vega, Anthony Hill, and Bernard. 2 receivers. Vega to solidify the guard. Coleon to solidify the nose tackle. Anthony Hill as my green dot middle linebacker. And the rest will work its way out.
I know we've both I've heard you say good things about Bud Clark too.
Mm-hmm.
I really want, like, I can make an argument for Caleb Downs there or whatever, but I really feel like we need to get pressure on the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like Bud Clark we need somebody that has great tackling ability and plays with a little bit of a violent nature.
Oh, man, I almost had a heart attack. Claude gave me an A+. A+, Claude. You gave me A+, Claude.
Claude Bishop.
That's got to be a dummy. That's got to be a dummy account.
Burner
an
account.
A+, Claude.
It's Claude Bishop's burner account.
Claude, absolutely. Thank you, Claude. Thank you. But we got the same thing. I can't believe it. Claude gave me A+. I can't believe it. So, but B, I give yours an A. I give yours an A. I think you got 4 starters.
Yours is pretty spot on too.
I think you got 4 starters. What? Penalty flag on the play. Tim, you couldn't help yourself too.
Crazy, man. You're right. I am crazy.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
But oh well, you got gold and you got gold.
Man, the executive producer felt some kind of way. B Dirt, he sent him around the horn.
All of them. He got all of them.
He whammied that boy. He gave him a straight whammy. Hit him 4 times in a row. 2 lefts and an uppercut. Like, wow. But yeah, B, I like your draft, man. I like your draft, right?
Yeah,
I really do.
It's all things that we need desperate help on, and luckily, I think that the draft is pretty deep in several of those areas.
Mm-hmm.
Interior defensive line is one of those sticky ones, man. I feel like if you get out of early 3rd round, there's a drop off. There's a big drop off.
Well, so the last ones off the top ones that'll go off the board is Jackson out of Florida State, Orange out of Iowa State, and Coleon out of Cincinnati. Those are the last 3 big ones, big names.
There's been Coleon talking in Bengals camp too.
What's the name of the middle linebacker at Cincinnati?
Which one? Knight?
No, not no. The one that's there now.
For the Bengals or for UC?
For the Bearcats. If y'all got him and Coleon to stay home, that's a W. That's a W.
Dude, if the Bengals don't
Gold
take
Day, you get Gold Day and Coleon, that's a W.
If the Bengals don't take Jacob Rodriguez in the 2nd round, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm just going to tell you that flat out.
Even if Golday is available?
Yeah.
Even if Anthony Hill is available?
I'm telling you, I think Jacob Rodriguez is the answer.
Even if Trotter is available?
The only person I would take over him or would want over him is Sonny Styles.
Wow. I mean, that's saying a lot, B. I'm not mad and upset. That's saying a lot. But I've heard that. I've heard NFL executives have fallen in love with Rodriguez. I've heard that. Wholeheartedly heard it.
I need him to just like the guy, though. I need him to let him go to 41. That's all I need.
Well, you might have to trade a little bit, but if you get your guy, you get your guy. It is what it is. Right? Yeah, he's nice. I mean, I don't get me wrong. All the film study I've done, because I did an extensive film study on Texas Tech University defense. All the film study I've done with Hunter in the middle, Bailey on one side, the other end on the other, and Rodriguez. Rodriguez tape sticks out like a sore thumb. Right? Now it helps having those guys. But when I'm telling you, he gets to the ball and he makes plays after play and he doesn't miss tackles. He causes fumbles. He'll pick
doesn't
you
miss
off.
tackles at all.
He doesn't. And when he gets to you, you go on the ground.
And listen, I'll defer when it comes to middle linebacker play. When Luke Kuechly says that you have the best instincts as a middle linebacker in the draft, I think pretty good. I think highly of you because that Luke Kuechly was extremely instinctual player.
Yeah, during his generation, probably the best middle, maybe the first or second best inside linebacker in all of football. Absolutely.
Yeah, I wish he could have stayed healthy, man.
Absolutely. All right, B, we done reached the hour of power. We done finished up the podcast. Your final thoughts and closing thoughts as we leave another episode of Menace to Yinz.
Man, first of all, thank you for having me. Second of all, don't worry about the rivalry. It ain't going nowhere because I'm going to be on here talking smack. You're going to be on here talking smack. It's just it's just what it does. So, yeah, man, looking forward to the NFL draft. Maybe we'll run into each other. Who knows?
Yeah, facts. Where can everybody find you at, B? What's the channel? Where can
Run Into the Jungle? We got our channel out there. We are back. We did spring break this year. Took 3 weeks off. It was nice to recharge batteries. But we're back here Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. And you can always catch me on the Homies on Steel Curtain Network Friday nights as well. So I'll be around.
Christina, I ain't mad at that draft either, what she said. Fanu, Emmanuel McNeil, Warren, Rutledge, Hurst, and Orange. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that either. I would take that. I think I would want another receiver, but I would take that. Tyrone said, we run the North. Yeah, we do. But the Bengals is a thorn in our side. Listen, thank you guys for rocking with us for another episode of Menace to Yinz. Make sure you go back and check out all the Know It Alls podcast channel content. There are shows available, literally live shows almost every single day except for Saturday. You can always find G every week on Menace to Yinz. You can find me on Tuesdays. Tomorrow, I'm going to be keeping it 100, man. I got a while keeping it 100 tomorrow at noon. It's going to be diabolical. And I might have a little special guest that I'm going to throw in there in the mix with us too concerning keeping it 100. I'll be back on then Tuesday night. I'm going to be on Steelers Almighty for the big show. It's the second to last big show that we have before we touch down at the NFL draft of 2026. Wednesday, I'll be back with the Triple OG Shannon White, Tape Boy Fresh, over there on Pump Your Brakes, man. We're going to talk about the importance of the top 30 visits in the National Football League. We brought in a lot of key guys the last few weeks, so it's going to help us out a lot. And then I'll be back with Smash the Gas with the diabolical Kirby. Man, Kirby smoked it again last week. Kirby, man, we got to improve, or we might be throwing you out the car, man. He said we're going to absolutely have a great show on Smash the Gas, man. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure you like and subscribe and share wherever you get your podcasts. We are available and we are growing as the Know It Alls channel. Make sure you grab your friend's phone because we deal with real people. We don't deal with robots over here. And we only need about 300 more subs and we're cooking with gas. You guys help us out because we can't grow without you. And while you're doing that, take a look at the Know It Alls membership. Become a member of the Know It Alls Nation. Look at the backstage and exclusive content that we have available over there. We got some merchandise that's over there. There's a lot of different things. You can get your special emoji that you can get by becoming a member of the Know It Alls podcast channel. B, as we get ready to close, man, anything else you want to say before we get off the air?
I'm good, man. Let's get to the drafts.
Absolutely, man. Thanks again for rocking with another episode of Menace to Yinz. We will holler at all y'all tomorrow, noonday, for keeping it 100. As for my boy for my boy B Dirt and Big G, we'll see all you guys tomorrow on Keeping It 100. Holla.